we will see the code. So here you can see the Raspberry Pi's platform. Again, I am using the same IDE, Thorny IDE, right? And this is the code. So now I will explain you the code. So as we have discussed earlier that you have to create a lookup table. So here you can see those same values are there: 3f, 06, 5b, 4f, 66, right? And same way you can also prepare value for other digit. So this is for 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. To display digit 9 you have to give this value, okay, on specific pins, right? Now here first we will identify fixed number of pins on Raspberry Pi board, right? So for connection purpose you have to identify particular pin. So let us say in the 7 segment we have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right, up to G. So we will use following pins: pin number 7, 11, 13, 15, 12, 16 and 18. Okay, here we are talking about physical pin count on the Raspberry Pi board. Okay, so 7 means pin number 7, pin number 11, pin number 13, pin number 15, pin number 12, pin number 16 and pin number 18, right? So what we are doing in the program, first we will import two libraries, then we will create lookup table, or you can say it's a list, right? In Python we can define list using this type of syntax, right? So actually display is a list. If I want to access first element, then I can simply write display of 0, display of 1 means 06, display of 2 means 5b. Okay, then next two instruction will simply disable the warning and it will set the board this programming mode in the board mode, right? So what is board mode and BCM mode we have already discussed in our previous videos. And then I am setting the direction for all these pins as an output, right? Because ultimately I have to write something on these pins. Okay, so assume that we have already connected our Raspberry Pi board with these pins, and now I am setting all this as an output. And then this is the function, main function, right? This is the core part of this program. So port is a function. So here why we are defining this function, we will simply call this function by passing argument from this list. Okay, so let us say first I am passing this 3f. Instead of this pin, let us say pin is equal to 0x3f, right? Just assume this. So now what this function will do, this user defined function will do, first it will simply perform logical AND operation with 0 1. Okay, so 0 1 means what? Our number is 3f, right? So you can convert this number into hexadecimal, right? Yes, sorry. So this is 3f. Now it will perform logical AND with 0 1. So 0 1 means what? 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 1, right? And here you can consider 2 0. So it will perform following operation and it will check whether the result is 0 1 or not. Now for this 3f, the result will be 0 1 because our last bit, or you can say LSB, least significant bit, is 1, and performing logical AND with between 1 and 1, result will be 1 and all other are 0. So it will definitely it will be 0. So our result will be 0x01. So this condition will become true for 3f, and because of this it will simply write 1 on pin number 7, right? Now remember this thing, that our pin number 7 is actually our first segment, which is A, top one, right? So it means that this function will write according to this argument, right? And here you can say in argument we have 3f, so first segment will turn on. Okay, I'm talking about A segment, first segment. Now it will not execute this else loop. Again it will check with 0 2. So now this time it will simply perform logical operation, logical AND between our number and 0 2, and now result should be 0 2, right? So now in our number, again second bit is 1, so result will be 0 2. So it will also turn on this pin number 11, which is our second segment B. Okay, second segment. Same way it will check for third LSB, right? Result should be this, right? Then it will again turn on this 13. So what it will do, it will simply check bit by bit. Okay, because we have created this lookup table for this same purpose, right? We have designed this all this number by looking at the bit level, what we can say, logic, right? Whether the first bit should be 1 or 0, second bit should be 1 or 0, so like that. So this is how this function will check for all these 7 bits. Okay, means if in our number, if bit number 6 is 1, then it will simply turn on that particular segment. If not, then it will simply turn off that particular segment, right? So this is how it will check all these bits. And now finally what we are doing, we have this infinite loop while 1, or you can simply write while true. Okay, and in while true infinite loop, we have this for loop for x in range 10. It means it is simple for loop. It will start from 0, it will goes up to 9 with increment of 1. Okay, so 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and for each increment it will simply read this value, display of 0, display of 1, display of 2. So basically it will read these numbers one by one, right? And for each number it will simply pass that number into our port function, right? So it will simply uh, you know turn on particular segment based on the bits of this number, whatever we are passing, right? And after each number it will wait for 1 second. Okay, with that what we are doing, with that we are also printing this x value here. Okay, so you can map actual output on the 7 segment and what is uh, the value of x for each time period, right? For each second. So this is what the code is, right? So now I will run this. I have to comment this. Now simply I will run this code, and here you can see we have this number, and you can observe the output on 7 segment also, right? Now I will stop. So you can see last number is 5, and on the 7 segment also 5 is there. Now I am again running this, and it will start from the 0. So this is because our program will execute from the 0 itself because of the for loop, right? So this is how you can interface 7 segment. And again, for this experiment we are using this AVR development board. So multiple modules are there on the board, so you can use all these 7 segment LED keypad, right? LC slot for the LCD, so all these things are there, so you can use this. And this is the hardware part. Here you can see connections with the Raspberry Pi board. So I have connected this 7 segment with Raspberry Pi's related pins, and this is what the AVR development board I'm using. And here you can see after running the code, here 4 segments are there. So I have selected one of them using positive supply. And here you can see the output. So whatever we have discussed previously on the Raspberry Pi code, so this is the same output. You can see at this point we had stopped that code, so that's why last output is 5 on segment, same for the hardware. Again, when you will restart it, again it will start from the 0. So this is how you can interface single digit 7 segment. This is actually second part. So for the theory you can see the first part of this 7 segment interface. So this is what for today. If you like my work, then please like my videos and subscribe my channel. Thank you.